Welcome to Mr. Michael's ELA classroom. What are we going to learn today?
Salam Alaikum, students. Today we're going to review right there questions that we learned in the last video. We're going to understand think and search questions, and then we're going to gain some strategies for answering think and search questions. So let's review. So what is a right there question? So a question that is answered in one paragraph in the text, word for word. And these are typically our very easy questions. Now we're going to be looking at some slightly more difficult questions, and they are think and search questions. They are thinking questions where you have to find the answer in the text. So think and search questions are answered in the text, but you have to find the answers, usually from more than one paragraph. This is also done by asking the meaning of a pronoun or giving a word from the text and asking for the opposite or a word that means the same, synonyms. So let's do a little bit of a review. So what is a pronoun, opposite, and synonym? If we remember correctly, pronouns are words that take the place of a noun in a sentence. So for example, the pronoun I. I is the person talking. It's called the first person singular. First person meaning the person talking. But there are other pronouns in the first person singular, like me, my, mine, and myself. Then we have the second person singular. So this is one person, but they are not talking. Now the second person is a little bit more difficult to understand, so we're not going to go into too much detail right now. We've got third person singular. Singular means one. Male, which is a boy. So he, him, his, himself. And this is not the person talking. That's why it's called the third person. Third person singular female. She, her, hers, herself. Then the third person thing. It, itself, its. And then the first person plural. That means the person talking plus others. We, us, our, ours, ourselves. And again, these are pronouns. So if you see them in the paragraph, they could be used in a think and search question. And then the third person plural. They, theirs, them, their, themselves, which means more than one person not talking. So if we look at it, this is a game. So the first person is like seeing through the eyes of the character, whereas the third person view is above the character and you can see all around the area plus the character. So that's the big difference between the first person and the third person. Quick review. Synonyms, a word that has the same meaning as another word in the same language. And an opposite is someone or something that is completely different from someone or something else. So for example, the word big. The opposite, small. Synonym could be large. So I'm doing this for a very specific reason, because all of these things can be used in think and search questions. So now we have a little bit of a longer passage. So a question like, what are the names of the boys that are going to the park? So let's figure this out. Step 1, look for the plural noun in the question. This will sometimes, not always, sometimes tell you that is a think and search question. So if we look at the plural nouns, so in this case names and boys, hey, wait a second, there's another noun in there, park, but that's not plural, because park is one, whereas plural means more than one. So search in the reading passage for the plural noun you discovered in step 1. So I am looking for the names of boys. So boys' names. There's one. There's another. Oh, now I have to go to the other paragraph. That means this has to be think and search. So what makes this a think and search question? The answer is found in more than one paragraph. That's paragraph 1. That's paragraph 2. We can tell because they are indented. So Shaheen, Khalid, Ahmed, and Khalifa are walking to the park. Hey, this would be a right there question if the reading passage started like this instead of like this. So the names of the boys that are walking to the park are Shaheen, Khalid, Ahmed, and Khalifa. Another common type of question you'll get with think and search is who does they refer to in the second sentence? Find the pronoun they in the second sentence. There it is. Think about the pronoun used and what it would be asking for? Well, they is asking for more than one person, one of which isn't the person speaking or writing. Most of the time you're writing in the third person. You don't put yourself in the story, so you don't say I or me. Look in the text before the pronoun, because a pronoun takes the place of a noun. So you have to declare that noun before you can use a pronoun. And find the nouns the pronoun is taking the place of. In this case, they are Khalid and Shaheen. They refers to Shaheen and Khalid. Now another type of think and search question could be find a word in the first paragraph that is the opposite of far. So again, I have to think about far and then I have to search for the answer in the text. Search the question and see if it is asking for a synonym or opposite. In this case, it's an opposite. Think about the word it is asking about and write down all the synonyms and opposites you know of. So in this case, opposites could be close, adjacent, near, beside. And then synonyms, just to understand the word better, distant, long, remote, and far away. So luckily, search the reading passage for one of your brainstorm words. Yay! In this case, it is one of the ones that I knew of. Now sometimes you're brainstorming and you don't find the word. So in this case, you have to brainstorm more words and try and find a word close to one of your brainstormed words. So if you can't find the exact one, try to think of another word that could be close to it. So the word in the first paragraph that is opposite of far is near. Okay guys, great job. Get that quiz done. Ma salama.